It's a Sunday vlog. I have a really bad hair day. Let's get this day started. Well, I just had my shower. I'm gonna wash my face off here. I don't have any major plans today. I do need to go by and check on the new resale booth. Got a bunch of stuff priced the other day for it, and I need to go check on one of my other booths. I'm actually going to be moving out of it at the end of this month. So I do need to go over there, collect my money for the month, and probably remove some stuff out of it and put in the new booth. So anyways, so here we go. Well, YouTube fam, I'm out and about. I actually did a couple of things since I left the house. My daughter and I went and looked at an open house, and we also went by the booth here in Van Buren, and I took those North Face jackets in. And now I'm at the Sonic getting my usual Diet Dr. Pepper with Diet cherry and vanilla. And the other day in my last video, I had a slushie and how they're just nothing but sugar, yes. And somebody made a comment about my body was screaming because I was eating a lot of sugar, and yeah, I do believe you. You were preaching the truth right there, my friend, because my body, I've been eating a lot of sugar and I have not felt well, and that is a lot of, I'm going to contribute a lot of that to that. So anyways, so my slushy days are probably over unless I try one just to see if, you know, I don't know. But I appreciate those of you who are concerned and make comments, because I did not take that as it didn't hurt my feelings or anything. I take that as constructive criticism, because I never could say those words. So I'm going to head over to the booth over in Fort Smith. My one at Wasted. Actually, I'm moving out of there at the end of this month. I'm a little sad because I've been at that booth for like 5 years, and I've been in different booths around there, but I'm at a point that I'm ready to kind of just slow down a little bit. You know, my daughter and I opened this resale one here, and so the plan is I'm going to move out of the one at Wasted at the end of the month. Again, it's a little bittersweet. I'm a little sad, but I love my Wasted family, and they've all been so good to me, and the owner, she was just super great to me, and yeah, anyways, so, and then the girl that's running it now, I just love everybody, and they're just a big family, and it's going to be sad to leave there but it's a lot farther away from my house, and it's just hard for me to get over there anymore. So anyways, so mainly I just have accessories and stuff over there, like hair accessories and jewelry and stuff. So I'm going to start taking a little bit out of there at a time, and then I need to be moved out by the end of the month. So let's go. I got me a new holder for my phone, and it actually hooks onto my rear view mirror, and I think I like it. And so I opened my panoramic sunroof, gives me a little more sunlight on my face, so I'm not so much in the dark, because it is kind of overcast today. Of course, you still can see all my stuff in the back. I know people will probably think she lives in her car. I don't live in my car. But you know, being a reseller and then now having 3 booths, I've always had stuff in my car, and so I usually just don't take it out, or if I take stuff out of a booth and I'm, no longer selling it, I will run it to the local Goodwill or Salvation Army or something. Or sometimes I would take stuff out of one booth and move it to another booth so that, just give it a place. Just let it hang out. Maybe it'd sell there. And if it don't sell there, then it does go to the Salvation Army or Goodwill. So I don't know about this new phone holder. It looks like it might be shaking a little bit, so I apologize. I don't know if it's it or if it's this road, which I've been working on forever. So one thing I love about this car, it has the panoramic sunroofs that don't actually open, which that's fine with me. But sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of sunshine come in. So I've actually been home since last Thursday. My daughter had a procedure on Thursday, went really well. She's young, she's 27, but she had to have a little procedure done, and she did get to come home that day. So I've been with her, and then I slept a lot between taking care of her the other day. I slept a lot. I've been without my ADHD med, which I'm very transparent, very open about that. I do take Ritalin or some people call it Concerta, I think is the technical name for it. But I do take that for my ADHD, and I've been out, and I contacted my doctor, and anyways, I don't know what happened. Somehow my meds didn't get called in, or I don't know. But I see my ADHD doctor once a month, telehealth. So I don't know, something happened. Either I don't think I missed the appointment, but who knows? I have ADHD. I'm very forgetful. But anyways, so I've been without that for a couple of days, and so it's kind of weird. I just basically crash. I just crash, and I have to sleep. And we've discussed this before. Some days I just have to shut my brain off. And Friday, between trying to take care of my daughter, after her procedure, which she's done really well, and then wanting to sleep. And then we've had this major flooding here where I live. We've had some major flooding, and so it's done nothing but rain. And I don't know about you, but when it's raining, all I want to do is sleep. So, but I just, to take care of my daughter, I just crawled in bed with her and laid there by her in case she needed me. And I did my typical mom duties. Reselling, I used to have a Poshmark. I used to sell on eBay. I've sold on Macari. And then, of course, I've done my, whoops, sorry, I didn't realize I fell down. I have also done my booths. And I kind of got away from online selling there for a while because I was just kind of between trying to work and then come home and ship stuff, and it was just kind of hairy. But now I'm thinking about it, I don't know, I really love online selling. I don't know if I want to get back into it because, I hear there's so many pros and cons. If you're an online seller, let me know. Is the market still good for online selling? I don't know. It was kind of frustrating there for a while because Poshmark had went up on their shipping rates, and Macari had went up on their shipping rates, and it's just really hard to make any money. There for a while, it was kind of hard to make any money reselling on platforms like that because the shipping was so high. And so I don't know, just let me know what is your, if you're a reseller, are you reselling on platforms, or let me know. I kind of like to know, because I'd like to get back into it, but then again I'm like, do I really want to? Because it is a lot of work. I mean, you got to take pictures, you got to edit, you got to make put them online. So I don't know. This is kind of a job I really would like my daughter to get into, and her and I do it together, but keeping her interested for very long is kind of hard. So I do like selling in booths. I do like the flea market booth type thing. the booth that we have now, the one that my daughter and I opened called the Bubbly Broomstick, so we actually have a Facebook page for it, is more like a resale. It's more of a resale, you know, we're trying to find upper scale, nicer items. I do try to find some boutique items here and there, and anyway, so that I would love for that one to do well, because my daughter and I have always talked about maybe opening a resale shop, and that was kind of the plan. We were going to kind of do that, but then a friend of mine owns this, she owns this new little vendor mall there in the town, and she said, well, just come here. But you know, sometimes flea markets, vendor malls, stuff like that, they're kind of not crazy about a lot of clothing. They don't want a lot of clothes. They want more of the eclectic stuff, like furniture and stuff like that. Like the booth that I have here, the one I'm going to now, the one I'm leaving at the end of the month, there were only, I mean, out of like 80 something vendors, there were only 5 of us that were really allowed to sell clothing, simply because they didn't want a lot of clothing to take over. And I understand that. I tell you, don't want to turn it into a resale shop, basically. So you got to have a little bit of different stuff. But my friend who owns this one, she was all like, oh no, y'all just open a booth here, because we were kind of looking for some space, rental space in that area, to maybe open a small resale shop. But this will kind of let us know if this is kind of what we want to do. I don't know. We'll just see. But then we realized the new resale shop had opened in our area just recently, kind of offering the same kind of stuff that we have, but it's actually they have a storefront. So that kind of was like, oh, that's kind of a bummer, because somebody beat us to it, but that's okay. There's plenty of room for business. Well, I think I'm going to head home. I did a little tour of Wasted, and it is a little bittersweet for me. I admit I'm kind of sad of having to move out of there. Like I said, it's like a family when you've been in part of a business like that for a long time, and like I said, I think I've been there about 5 years, but I'm going to be there till the end of this month, and then I'll start moving out. I did grab a few little things to take to my other booth, and yeah, so I think I'm going to head home now.